Welcome to day 2. Look at the weather change. It's not too bad. The Battle of Britain's Typhoon. We've got the German contingent, the Luftwaffe. Oh, and some red planes I'm pretty sure we saw yesterday. Seeing the Red Arrows perform live was something I'll never ever forget. But today's video, we get to see a plane I've never seen before, and it's not been on this channel either. The B-52 Stratofortress. That is going to be something I cannot wait to see. So let's get in, do bagging, ticket check. Let's go and see some planes, shall we? We're in, the bag's fine, the ginger and coffee got fine, we're all good. Whereas to our right, Canadians up ahead, and way over there is the plane I really want to see today.
In addition to the air display, we're also all about inspiring the scientists, engineers and aviators of the future.
So that's my bag check done. Next is tickets, and then we're through.
Most advanced and engaging technology in the world of STEM has come on board. So if you're interested in that, airspace as well, and all things in space, come to the Techno.
So I wish we were here on Monday. I mean, the fairground's closed on Monday, but we'd see all these leave. Although RAF Fairford is quite hard to get to. The bus went down some country lanes and... I was about to say A330, but it's not, is it? It's a Voyager. But yeah, all of this, instead of it being packed up in a truck and sent off to wherever, they have to all fly home. And that's got all of these. I've got a long trip back to Canada. Although they'll probably follow the American contingent most of the way home, won't they? So, plane that didn't go on yesterday, the Atlas C1. Well, I'm here, it's here. Let's go on, shall we? Belly of a military carrier aircraft, complete with seats that you sit on. It's something I'm really not used to. I mean, this is the first time we've ever had any military planes on the channel, probably. We might have been flying around, but the first time I've actually been on one. What I'll do is just put some facts on now about this particular plane. The faceless man, it's scary. But I'm just going to show you something now that I can't lie. The fact it's just lying around in the middle of a field in England is a bit of a strange one. Not the plane. The plane's gorgeous. I mean, look at it. It's that. Do you want to take a guess on what that is before I show you? Yeah. That's a javelin. Of course, lying around the middle of an airfield. Why not? Well, I mean, that as a backdrop is pretty cool. Not the biggest plane we'll see today, but certainly not one of the smallest. Look at my hair. So much for me getting a haircut before I came here, innit?
Ensure that you keep your bags and other persons belongings with you at all times during the course of the day. This unattended policy may be removed or destroyed by our security staff.
So you will notice when you come, there are these red flags with numbers on, which correlate to this. So whichever part of the park you're at, if you get lost, you can say, oh, meet me at marker 33 or marker 32. And they're really easy to find. I mean, the bright red with white numbers on, so it's very good. Now, speaking to a few people when I was in Swindon, they were saying last year Friday was a washout. I was already cooked for breakfast. I sorted mine at Tesco's for a lot less than what they're charging. But you're watching the planes, aren't you? And there's two Luftwaffe Tornadoes. The Royal Air Force did used to have Tornadoes, but I think they've slowly been phased out. In fact, I put in now when they were phased out of the Royal Air Force. So if you watched last week's video, you'll know that after the Strike Eagle and after this government plane of Luftwaffe, yesterday all of this was blocked off. But as you can tell today, it's not. And we get a closer look at that beautiful thing. And that's another type of A330, but it belongs to the Saudi government, with another Strike Eagle in front of it as well. As we know, RIAT is celebrating the F-16. I mean, you wouldn't know it. I mean, look at this. And I think we're now entering US Air Force Alley. Don't think you can, in fact you probably can see it. Right at the back is the B-52 Stratofortress. But before we get to that, I nearly walked straight past it. That's how stealthy it is, I didn't even see it. We didn't just see one of these yesterday. We saw two. We saw this one and one that was actually on a sortie that came back. That's how stealthy it was. The U-2 spy plane.
One of the very nice things about coming to the Royal International Institute every year is meeting other friends and families. It spurs many reunions and return adventures and return visits to us, which is wonderful. Amongst those here, friends of mine, I'm constantly bumping into people amongst my colleagues at Threshold Aviation here promoting various activities. And amongst their family today, I'd like to say a big hello to Holly Morley, who celebrates her 18th birthday today, and I hope Holly is the son.
Now here's a plane I just don't know that much about. The RC-135V rivet joint. Looks like a baby A340, doesn't it? Here's some statistics on that plane. Isn't she beautiful? But I can't lie, she's not as beautiful as that. The U-2. Well, before all the flying starts, shall we go and see the plane that I came here to see today? With the rivet joint right behind me. before we get to that, every Stratofortress needs a Strato tanker. The KC-135R Strato tanker, 100th air refueling wing of the US Air Force. That has been the backbone of air-to-air refueling for the American military since the mid-1950s. Isn't she lovely? Right, so, ladies and gentlemen, there is the Boeing 767. I'm not joking. It's American military, like it's going to be called the Boeing 767. That's what it's based on, but it's called the KC-46A Pegasus. That is being brought in to replace that. Not the gazebo, the plane behind it that we've just seen. And probably one of the planes that will be used to refuel is right next to it. That. The B-52 Stratofortress. All 8 engines of it. Isn't she beautiful?
You see another piece of baggage, however, which appears to be left unattended, please just a member of the RIAT team or any police officers.
Oh, she's gorgeous. There's our thumbnail, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely gorgeous. And here's a fact file on this amazing plane. 8 engines. There's 4. Oh, and there's the other 4. Now, it came in a couple of days ago. And that is... I waited 12 months to see that. I do love the Vulcan, as it is British, but favourite American military plane? It's got to be that, innit? It's either that or the U2 that's down there. But I like more engines, so it's going to be that, innit? So to give you an idea, the B-52 is just over there. You can see some of its engines. There's another Globemaster, Norwegian and Turkey. And there's the airfield. There's the Spanish Harriers that we saw yesterday, next to 2 F-16s. And there's the row of F-16s that we saw before, just there. I think this is where they taxi up. Well, these planes all flew yesterday, so whether they're flying again today, I'm not too sure. But there's an American plane we've not seen yet. It's different, it's got an engine on its tail as well. So I wonder what the height they're going to go to today is, because that cloud has not shifted. But the next thing you will see, and definitely hear, is a plane doing its thing above RAF Fairford. I'll probably be out for more of it as well, because if it's, I don't want it to stay like this, but the more it's like this, the less I don't have to hide. F-16, and look what we managed to get. Royal Moroccan Air Force International Air Tatoo patch. Now, the other patch you have to get, you have to pay for it. They were giving one away to every person for free. And I like this one as well, it's quite nice. I've got to say, the F-16 is a lovely plane, and in the Moroccan like sand desert warfare colours it looks gorgeous. The Greek one's not bad either. So, this is the jet with the 3 engines. You can just see the third one peeking out there. So that is based on the McDonnell Douglas DC-10, but it's known as a KC-10A extender. Air refueling squadron, so quite similar to the other 2 planes that we saw. Just to give you some facts on this one as well. I've got to say, I do love the American way of doing things, just everything grey. And I love how they positioned it as well, right next door to a refueling station. Very clever positioning, do enjoy that. We might have to go on that, because that sign says this is this airplane's last air show. And I'd be rude to not go on it, because I've actually never been on the civilian version or the military version of that plane. So let's join the queue and get on this plane's last ever air show in Britain. Favourite country on the planet. Planes are good, but there's one helicopter that steals the show wherever it goes. It has 2 main propellers and no back. Well, no. It's the Chinook. Now, where am I going to find one of them?
Joining you to cockpit today is Lieutenant James Patrick. He's on duty next to Victor. We've had a collective flying on site for the last 2 years. He turns flight over all that
for Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, it's the RAF! As said, arriving in our trademark Diamond 9 formation, Red 1 bringing the team immediately to the left, which indicates to me he's starting the show black. However, that gives you a great plan form picture of our trademark Diamond 9. Leading the team this year, we have a new team leader for 2024. That's squad leader John Bond, known as Bondy. He was in the team for 5 years previously. He took a year out in 2023 before coming back to join the team as Red 1, the team leader. In 9 arrows from the left, it's the Red Arrow. Bondy is a former Tatoo pilot. He's a former qualified flying instructor on the Hawk, on the Tucano, where he was Tucano's co-pilot. Race 8 and 9 before we roll back to change the shape in.
They just put their smoke on from the left hand side. You can see the entrance for the team performing the bill shape. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the Saudi box.
It's taken just over a day and a half, but the British summer's arrived. The rain's out, the sun's in. And it is raining quite heavily as well, so what that's going to do to the flight level or the flights that are due to take place, because I think the Royal Air Force are due out on their Typhoon, so don't know what's going to happen with that. But I've just seen a picture of the tornado of the Luftwaffe, and this year I seem to have a want to buy patches. It's actually exactly what I bought. Check these out. Only the Germans and I'm not making this up, and I'll take a picture of it when I'm on my way out. They're selling underwear. Yeah. Not sure what I'll make of that one, but yeah. We'll see what's going on, and we'll see what happens with all of this rain. We have a Spitfire. Some spray plane. Where's the Spitfire gone?
Spitfire 5B from the Fight Collection, getting airborne to go off and hold as we get ready for the first part of our Royal Canadian Air Force centenary celebration of the flight.
Now, one thing, it's nice seeing a Spitfire, but I really wanted to see one with a Hurricane and a Lancaster. Given what happened a couple months ago now with the BBMF and a Spitfire, that's not happening. Instead, we're getting the Spitfire with the Canadian Air Force. So we're not getting the BBMF this year, but we are getting a Spitfire. Well, wait for that, Qatar. And their F-16 this morning. Oh my goodness, that was beautiful. Well, the Canadians are putting on a show, I can't lie. The Canadians are absolutely loving life. Turning 100 never felt so good. I've got to say, first thing this morning when Qatar opened up, that was amazing. The noise was simply biblical. You're probably wondering what this is in my hand. Well, you see down there, they have a helicopter. Well, they were handing out posters to select few people, and I went, can I have one? And they went, yeah, and they gave me one. Here's a picture of said poster. I can't lie, that was, I didn't expect them to have any left, but they did, and they gave me one, so I was quite happy with that. So we can officially say now we have every single Qatari plane in picture form. Gorgeous. So while the Swedes get their freak on in the Saab, here's a plane that Won't go near any of the current war zones in Europe. That does sound good, doesn't it? But it will go somewhere that I probably never will. Skis can give it away. That goes all the way to the Antarctic. And, by the way, that's flown here. Yeah. That's a long way from home. But it's nice to see it, because we'll probably never see that plane again. So it's nice to see it at least once. What I'll do is I'll allow the F-35, Britain's newest toy, to close out the video. And I'm going to warn you now, it's about to get loud.
Aircraft directly facing the crowd line, will be flown sideways along the runway centre line prior to accelerating out of the hover and back into conventional flight.
Well, that is the end of day 2 here at the Royal International Air Tattoo here at RAF Fairford. I have spent some money, but it's worth it. And who wants to see the F-35 again? Look behind me. There's something bewitching about that sound. And a bit of afterburner as well. Oh yes! Well, that is the end of the video. I do hope you enjoyed it as much as that pilot has. If you did, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit notification button for the video. And me, and the coffee cup hoodie, or the coffee cup itself, will see you in the next one.